When in the history of any conflict on the planet have we ever given a shit about the innocent populace of the country that started the fight?
Hey guys, it's David Amatter in Long Island, and I just saw this video of the older millennial, a pro-Israel TikToker, making a very important point that I think was spot on, talking about the innocent civilians in Gaza and how they are Hamas's responsibility and not Israel's. Check it out.
So one of the most repeated narratives I hear when it comes to what's happening in the Middle East is, what about the innocent Palestinians? What about the innocent civilians that live in Palestine but aren't part of age group? And to that, I just have one question of historical context. When in the history of any conflict on the planet have we ever given a shit about the innocent populace of the country that started the fight? We have tons of examples. Let's look at Germany in World War II. They started the war by invading, and then from that point on, there wasn't a single piece of media, nor a single politician in the world who gave the slightest of fucks about the innocent civilian population of Germany. Even though only about 10% of Germans fought in the German military, nobody gave a shit about the other 90%. Another great example is the Korean War, right? North Korea invaded South Korea. There wasn't a single piece of media, nor a single politician worldwide who gave the slightest of fucks about the innocent citizens of North Korea. And I could do this for almost every conflict in world history. And the reason I say almost is because there are two times, other than the current war, where we worried about the innocent civilians of the country that started the fight. And those two instances were Jordan and Egypt. Those were the only other two times in world history where both the media and politicians worldwide actually complained about dangers to the civilian population in the country that started the fight. Now, the funny thing is, those two countries and those two conflicts have something in common. Guess who it was that they invaded? If you guessed Israel, ding, 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 you'd be right. So the only three times in the entire history of warfare in the world that I could find where the country that attacked first was then defended by the mainstream media, as well as politicians worldwide, the only time in the history of world warfare where other people cared about the civilian population of the country that attacked first was three countries when they invaded Israel. And sure, we could play like that's a coincidence, or we could just observe the reality. The reality that the only time a country is not allowed to full-on assault another one is when Israel gets invaded. That's the only time where we have to worry about the civilian population of the country that attacked first. Yeah, it's no wonder you guys have no problem finding reasons to hate Israel. It's because you judge them by a completely different standard. And sadly, world history proves that to be true.
Common sense is uncommon. I think a lot of people have overlooked this point that the older millennial is trying to say, which is Hamas are the enemy. Gaza is the enemy. The Gazans are people who elected Hamas. And for some weird, odd reason, when this has never happened before, we never cared about German civilians dying in World War II. We don't really care about Japanese civilians dying in World War II either. With the atom bomb basically saying, we're going to protect our civilians. We don't care that much about yours. You should protect yours. And that's the general consensus of warfare. That's what war is. We're attacking you, you're attacking us, you try to protect your civilians, we'll protect ours. And for some reason, Israel has to not only protect Israelis from Hamas, they have to protect Gazans from Hamas. They have to protect Gazans from anything that may befall them. And so when you think about that, and then when you also think about the fact that Israel has gone above and beyond, sending leaflets, sending warnings, sending food, aid, everything possible to make sure that the Gazans are fine and okay and can sort of survive this war, and yet they're getting criticized. It's absolutely insane. It's a backwards world that we're living in. For more, subscribe to the channel. If you want to help us make more of these videos, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Jewish Uncensored. You can also check out our merchandise store, IsraelUncensored.com. That is one of the pieces. Biachad Natseach. There are many different types of styles, and we're going to be coming out with a lot more going forward. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.